Okay, let's see. So this might actually go up pretty bad. I kind of want to test how this is gonna go though. So I'm streaming at 1080p, which is something I don't do a lot. I'm also streaming at 6000 bitrate, which should help with the quality, mainly for when going to YouTube. But I need to do something real quick. That down right about here, and then put this up here. Let's see. That's not down enough apparently. Okay, that's fine. Really weird. I really wish I didn't need to actually do that with OBS, where I need to basically like put it off the screen to get my normal frames. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. It's weird because it's like only when I stream. It doesn't do that when I normally record. It's only streaming, which is really weird. But did I actually use my patron pass? I did. Nah, did I? Okay, I did. Kind of feels a little weird now because I'm kind of used to the new class because I was actually playing that for a bit. So it kind of feels a little off going back to the Shadow Hunter, but not too much. It's kind of fine. Look at that 4x3. It's not 4x3. Yes, there is a new class. It is called the Solarian, and it is a bow class. My dogs are barking because they like to do that. I'm not really going to use the class, I don't think, because it's not really good for like speed farming and all that. I don't... People tell me the class isn't really that good. It is PTS, so obviously anything can happen. Like right now I'm not on PTS, but that's where the class is right now. There is a decent to good chance that the devs are actually waiting for this update to put everything on console, because what's on PTS is actually a pretty big update. They're adding crystal gems, they're adding Uber 11, and they're adding the new class. I think they also added 4 new dragons. Like, there's a pretty hefty amount of stuff coming with the patch. So, I'm willing to bet that they're waiting for this update to actually do a huge update for console to bring it up to speed with PC. Screen is a bit thin. What do you mean it's a bit thin? It shouldn't really be. I mean, like, yeah, it's squished down a little bit, but it's not really too bad, right? Hmm? Like, wait. Is the stream doing something that I'm not aware of? Because I literally did a test recording and it looked pretty fine for me. Let me see really quick. Okay, oh, that's what you mean. I mean, it still looks pretty nice. Like, it's not like it looks bad, you know? It's not great, but it's just like something that I threw on the side. I'm just experimenting because I want the chat to be on the side. I think I made the chat a bit too big. Like, I don't know if I'll keep it the way that it is now, but I'm kind of just like experimenting with stuff. I mean, it's already an improvement from what it was to the last stream that I did this with. Can I make it transparent? What do you mean, can I make it transparent? Like, I don't want the chat to be on the actual game. Like, I specifically have it so it's on its own section because I don't want it to be in the game. Because it'll way more easily pixelize or pixelate. I don't know if it looks different to me, but everything looks fine. Like, the chat looks okay. Like, it's not like super squished, at least unless it looks different to me, because I literally pulled up the stream and it looks fine for some reason. I don't know why I have to keep on like putting OBS like very deep in the background. Well, I mean, yeah, the gameplay is gonna look squished. I didn't actually... Like, what I did is I literally took the window in OBS and I just, like, pushed it. Like, I kind of just, like, squished it a little bit. Because I don't know how else to, like, do it to where it doesn't actually look like it's, super squished. But it doesn't really look like it's super squished. Like, it's a little bit, but I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, but then that looks just like bad at that point. Where is this? Oh, it's over here. I'm dumb. Like, for the next stream, I'm pretty sure I do know how to, like, actually, like, downsize it properly. Because, like, I literally held, like, control and shift, and I just dragged the preview. So it would, like, squish a little bit. I'm not on PTS, I'm on live. Yeah, let's grind credits on PTS, right? Okay. It's my main server. Change the position of gameplay and chat so chat is on the left and wide. I honestly don't know. Hey, it's not like when I upload these to YouTube, people actually watch it anyway. They just kind of like have it in the background, so oh well. Winning. Drops are enabled. Oh, that's what I forgot to put. I forgot to like put in the title that drops are actually enabled. I can't. Okay, there we go. Dude, they literally are on. I always have drops on. I will literally go confirm her right now. Let's see. Let's see. I always forget what this actually is. Let's see, community. Oh no, streamer viewer awards drops, yeah. Yeah, enable drops. Drops are on. I told you. Gaming. Yes, but I think you are trolling. Because you are an epic troll. While drops are enabled, they're always on. I've never turned the option off. Like, I've never disabled it, and I've had drops on the channel before when Trove did stuff. Oh, I forgot to... The whole reason why I brought the OBS window up is so that I could actually type this on. I can't, dude, I can't. I actually cannot pick the window up. Like, it's too far off screen. I can't do it. Do I have to freaking control tab this? Or not control tab, but let me see. You know what? We're just gonna leave it, dude. Okay, there we go. I got that. Yep, bruh. Drops enabled. That back on. And now we're actually gaming. Let's go. How do you got in Flux? I basically just go to... I go in UA and I basically try to get stellar drops. So let me actually delete something and make room for that. If I was smart, I would have deleted that. But okay, so let's see. So right now I have 680k. If I loot collect my entire inventory, I have 783k. So most of the flux that I do get is from loot collecting actual gear, and I think I loot collect every like 10 minutes, every like 10 or so minutes. And another part of the oh, I don't have my UI mods on, but I also sell stuff like Cinnabar because of the tome that I use. And let me see, I also sell like stellar souls and all that. Yeah, Pearls of Wisdom, like I just haven't been selling these. Like if I do this, like this is already 272k, this is 90k. So I'll just sell these. Like I usually sell them for like a little bit cheaper. But I need to like I'll just do like 200 at a time, I guess. Although I don't really know. Like I don't think anyone's going to really buy this at this price. Like I'll do like 90k. I really wish this window wouldn't go back up, honestly. Do that again. But yeah, it's basically how I make flux. Hey Joe. Remember when Scythe called the 400 Dragon Coin Luxian form free in the video? Doesn't Scythe call like a lot of stuff free? My game is like really loud. But yeah, sorry about like the semi-squished video. Hopefully it's not too much of an issue now. I'll try to get all that resolved next stream. Like I said, I really don't have a it's not like not having a good understanding. It's just not having a good setup. Because I did rush this. I kind of just wanted to stream and I did this in like a minute. So I didn't like sit down and properly think of anything yet. But yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. Like it's a little squished, but it's not like super squished to the point where you can't see anything, I don't think anyway. It is free if it doesn't cost money. I mean, you can make the argument that nothing in any game is free because you're spending your time and your time isn't free. But then at the same time, can you really say that? Because you use your free time to play video games, right? Like, is that not how it works? I think the devs should add like an auto loot button. I think that alone would be like one of the best updates to this game, like in terms of farming. I mean, yeah, full screen is always going to be better, but like I want the chat to not be like on the screen. Because the only other thing is for me to record locally, and I don't have a big enough like hard drive to record it. Also, my internet speed is really like my upload speed is really low. So if I tried to upload like a couple hour VOD, it would probably take me over a day. Oh, why am I going down? I don't know what I'm doing. Because I basically simply just export the video. Is the stream laggy, by the way? Like, hasn't been, like, okay, like, stable at least? Because I really hope I haven't been, like, badly lagging or anything. Because my upload speed is, like, I think it's, like, 10 or 11 megabit. And obviously I'm streaming at 6,000, so that's taking a good chunk of that. But sometimes my internet does, like, die if I stream at, like, this bitrate. Like, sometimes it's just unstreamable, then other times it's, like, completely fine, I guess. I think the only thing laggy in this game is the actual, the only thing laggy is the actual game itself. I don't know why it's so laggy. Like, am I not in the world on my own? Oh, oops. Oh, there's 60, okay. I don't know when 16 people were here. I literally started this world, like, on my own, but okay. Oh my god, dude, usually I play on my own, and when I think like 5 minutes before I started streaming, there's only like 2 people in here. And now suddenly there's more people, and I'm mad. I'm mad. Because my server. That is the one thing about this game, dude. Like, they can add the best update this game has ever had, but as long as the servers are completely unstable like they are right now, it just won't really matter. That's just me. Like, I don't know the funding of this game or like all the resources, because I don't think the staff team on this game is actually that big. I think it's only like a few people, probably. Like, the only people that I actually know who are on the dev team aren't actually developers. They're like the community managers and stuff like that. I mean, honestly, that's not too much. Like, if I want to get the class, it's like 1,500 credits, which I'm already at 325. Or, yeah, 325. Also, I'm at 226k qubits. Or whatever that number was. I kind of quickly glanced over it. I think it takes 180k qubits to convert all of your gems to crystal if you are doing that method, which I'm going to do, assuming that they don't actually up the amount you need, which they might do because Gamigo's Gamigo. That's one of the packs. The cheapest pack is 1,500. I think there's 3 separate packs. One of the packs has a dub costume, which I'm not surprised. They're giving like all these classes like dub costumes. You have like the Gunslinger dub costume, the Chloromancer dub costume, the Bard dub costume. And now we're having the Solar guy, Solarion. I don't even, what's his name again? It's like Solarion or something, right? Solarion. Like, freaking, what am I, like, talking about? These Pokemon names. Solarian. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the class is called. We're just gonna call it like Tall Shadow Hunter. That's basically what it is. Not like in terms of gameplay or anything. It's just a Tall Shadow Hunter. Yeah, honestly, dude, 11 million fucks is not bad. That's basically 11 hours for me. Which, if I did play all day, I could, actually get that, like, in a day or two, if I really wanted to. Well, honestly, that's probably, like, I don't know. I probably get about, like, 800 to 900k an hour. It really depends. Yeah, but it's an endgame thing. So it makes sense. Hey, it's better than Diablo Immortal. That's all that I can say. At least in this game, if you were to spend tens of thousands of dollars, you would easily max out, like, every single class. You're not doing that if you're playing Diablo. Yeah, but Diablo has, like, really bad and scummy ways of doing stuff. The amount of time it would take you to do something and as free to play compared to, like, if you actually spent money is, like, insanely laughable. People can hack speed. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm pretty sure I've actually seen it. People hack, like, everything in this game. Did I pass by, oh, it's over here, okay. Oh, also, in Uber 11, you can actually get C4, which is cool. You can only get it from 5 stars, but you can still actually get it in Uber 11, like, not in Delves. So that's nice. I don't know, like, dude, knowing that, it kind of just makes me not even want to touch Diablo again. Because, like, I don't know. See, getting into the hell difficulty, it kind of sucks now because I need to have at least one other person in my party to do, like, a dungeon or rift. And it sucks because I tried to look for a party for, like, literally 30 minutes and I couldn't find one. Like, when I used the, like, party finding thing, whatever. Like, I needed to do a specific thing, but no one was doing it, and I just can't, like, I couldn't do it. Because I'm in hell difficulty 1. Yeah, Diablo Immortal. I really do what happened. Like, I wonder what's gonna happen if Microsoft actually buys Blizzard, like, if that goes through. I wonder what they will do. Maybe they'll get rid of Bobby, huh? That'll be nice. Are there still like 16 people in here? Yeah, there still is. Dang it, dude. I've been sitting in here for like over an hour too. Usually the world like completely empties by that time. And it has not. So I am big boy sad. You know, the fact that it's kind of like this laggy with only 16 people, you know, makes you wonder. Like, makes you think, like, how is this an MMO? It can't even handle 16 people in the same world. Like, how are you going to call this an actual MMO? Like, it feels like the server is, like, being held on some, like, college man's, like, laptop or something. I don't even know. In Narnia or something. Yeah, minimal multiplayer online. Yep, that's what Trove is. Can the devs add a like a realm or world or whatever where it's like the only thing that spawns are 5 stars and 3 stars, mainly 5 stars? That would be epic. Basically like Everdark, except it's only 5 stars. Makes so much flux. Mildly multiplayer online. Yeah, but like minimally multiplayer, like minimal multiplayer online is epic. That basically that's what this game is. Makes sense. We're gonna have so much health when crystal gems come out because we're gonna have so much crit hit, which we can turn into. We can replace it with max health. I think on PTS currently I have like 1.8 million health. So at least we're gonna be like a little bit tankier. So that'll be nice. See ya. Do it. Do better stuff. That's not watching the stream. Because if you're actually watching the stream, then you probably are in need of medical assistance. Because who would watch this? Who would watch the Nintendo joke? But I have drops enabled! You literally cannot say that I have no drops when they're actually on. You're literally being trolled by Twitch. I don't know why there wouldn't be drops. I literally have them on. You don't have to opt into something. You literally just turn it on. I also just checked and it says they're on. So either Trove no longer has drops or I don't know. Because that's a certified Twitch moment. Twitch being stupid moment. I've never disabled the drop setting and I've had drops in my stream before, so I didn't do anything. And like I said, I'm pretty sure you don't have to like opt into something or like sign up for stuff. You just put it on. Unless Twitch changed unless they change something, you do need to do something. I don't know. Then you're actually being trolled by Twitch. We're all being trolled by Twitch. Twitch is doing a bit of tomfoolery right now. Well, will they though? Because my stream yesterday, there was a lot of people swearing. That can't be a thing. Because I literally cannot prevent that. I don't know. It's Diablo Immortal. Like, I mean, what swears? If they're saying something really bad, then sure, but... I don't think it's really fair to ban someone for something that they have literally no control over. Unless you can turn off the text chat, then maybe. But it's like how, like, didn't YouTube have that thing where they could actually, like, ban you if someone in your comment section was, like, actually saying bad stuff? Like, I can't police that, dude. Like, you could literally just bring, like, a bot raid to someone's comment section and just, like, spam swears, just get them banned. Like, what's the point? Like, if it's out of your control, then don't ban them for it. It's that simple. You should be banned for something that you're purposely doing, like you're purposely being malicious and whatnot. Not because, oh, someone just, you know, said a naughty word in my chat and now I'm banned. Yeah, but how long was their ban? Permanent ban? There's no way. That's so dumb, though. Like, yeah, it's a really bad word, but like, dude, it's a public online chat. Like, what do you want from me? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, especially if you can't disable it. No, because he's big. Dude, if it was like any like ordinary, like small, you know, average Joe, then they would just stay banned. But if you have a big enough following, that's what it takes to actually get unbanned. Oh, and also, they were a man, so that's why they were banned. If it was a woman, then they wouldn't have been banned. So, that's just nature of Twitch. You know, it would be nice if YouTube, like, eventually, like, became big enough to, like, overtake Twitch, but I don't think it'll happen. But then again, YouTube has done, like, some really bad stuff and sided with the wrong people. So I don't know, dude. Every company is like going down. I don't know why. I only like Twitch because of its like easier, in my opinion, discoverability and like the layout. I don't like YouTube's layout. The big thing about YouTube is that you can upload or stream at a higher bitrate, which I can't take advantage of because my upload simply doesn't allow it for me to stream at a higher bitrate. Like if I could stream at like a 15K bitrate on YouTube, then yeah, I would. I also have like all these boxes to sell. Like I haven't sold on any of these, and look at this. Like this is almost a mil. Like 73k. Like dude, look at this. Like look at these prices. Like what is this? Why are they so expensive? Like this is why I always save these boxes and don't open them. Cause like when I eventually do sell these, like this is quite a bit of flux. And I'm already at 1.2 mil. See, how long have I been streaming already? I don't. I really. I'm trying to like see stuff. Almost an hour. I don't know why I keep on like getting tired every single time. Like I'll play Trove, like I'll stream Trove for like literally 10 minutes and I just immediately feel tired. And it's been like that for like the past, I don't know how many streams. I think it's mainly because I keep on streaming Trove like when I've been up for like a long time. Can I please like leave the dungeon? Like, come on. I need to like start heading to the other side of the world or something, because all these dungeons are done. You got to go, then do it. Become more productive and not watch this, whatever this stream is. Yeah, dude, same. I literally have the game crashed like 5 times on startup. Like, consistently. Every time. It's happening. The game's finally going under. Gaming. Is there no like exit portal here? It just didn't spawn. It's cool. Honestly, I don't know how much longer I can go on. Before I descended into madness. Play Fall Guys. I'll play Fall Guys when it goes free to play. I mean, I can play now. It's just the hype, I guess, is like when it's going free to play. That's when the people's gonna be watching. See, can I buy a credit pouch yet? I can. Barely, but I got another one, so 575, not bad. Let me quickly change something. See, go down a little bit. There we go. Is OBS like still affecting my frame rate, even though I put it like all the way down? Yeah, I mean that would be cool. I mean, it's not that I don't like or enjoy Trove. It's just I've been doing this for so long, and it's the same thing. Like nothing is really different. Like I mean, like even when the update comes out, like it's cool and all, but it's the exact same gameplay. Like nothing is changing. It's just the same old boring loop. Because when the update comes out, I'll immediately have all my gems crystal and level 25. Like, when it comes out, immediately. Unless they up the price. But I don't know if they're going to do that. So it's like a big part of the content right there. No, I'll have them. Because I have the qubits. It's just if they don't up the price on it. Because, like, my gems will all be crystal level 25. It's just, like, I need to get them to 30. But even then, I don't know if it's really worth getting them to 30. Like, I don't know how much better that even makes them. Maybe 30 gives them, like, a huge boost. I don't know. Also, I don't, like, just going back to, like, finding games, I don't know if it's really about settling down on a game as much as I would like to just play whatever I want to do. Like, even if it's, like, a one-off thing, like, just play a game, you know, and then just do that. Even when I played, like, Breath of the Wild, it was fun, because I could play that game for literally, like, 6 hours plus. And I just wouldn't be bored of it. Or, like, feel like I want to fall asleep. Because, like, this is, like, kind of entertaining for, like, the first, like, 30 minutes to an hour. But after that, it just becomes, like, why am I doing this? That, and I, for some reason, keep on streaming when I'm, like, tired. I don't know why. I think a big thing is I need to start streaming for over an hour. Because obviously the longer you stream, the more potential viewers you'll get. I streamed Trove one day, like relatively recently, I think for like 6 hours or 5 hours, and I got a lot of viewers, like in total. And I got a lot of follows because like that stream lasted so long that there was just so many people that could come out. Nope. My job is to bully people, apparently. Because that's just what I do, apparently, according to like everyone. You know, doing stuff like making YouTube videos, really cool as like a job, but then you have like people, or like as a career, I guess, but then you'll have like people who are like, oh wow, get a real job. You know, that's not a real job, because you want to know why they say it's not a real job? Because they have fun. Because apparently, when you have a job, you're not allowed to have fun in the job. You're there to make money, not to have fun doing it. But obviously, when you're like making videos and playing video games, usually you're having fun. So people are like, no, you can't do this because you're having fun. Blah. Honestly, if I wanted to become like a full-time something, I think I'd rather become a full-time streamer than like an actual like, YouTube content creator. More so because like I'm really lazy. Like I know shock of the day, but like I don't know, like I would just rather hit like a button, start streaming, play a game, not have to worry about like editing or anything, and just like go at it. Yeah, but unfortunately, life's not always like that. I don't think life is like that for like the majority of people. You take what you're given, and if you don't want it, then tough luck. Like, I'm not saying you necessarily need to have like, super fun or like all that at a job. It's just like you don't want to be at a job where you're just miserable the entire time. Or, you just like your job. I think the reason why I don't really go, like, I'm not gonna like go anywhere with streaming is because I keep on playing irrelevant dead games. Like all the games that I enjoy are like old games, like ones that aren't relevant. And the thing is, like, if you want to play a relevant game, then you have to do it within like the first day or two, or else it becomes irrelevant and just no one watches it. Unless you're like, I don't know, maybe speedrunning the game or something. That's a lot of stuff. Well, a lot of things happened with COVID. Let go. Currently looking for something. I haven't really had luck. I don't know what. I don't know, dude. It's like places in my area, like, not hiring. Like, oh, okay. Wait, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like going back and forth for some reason. I can't pick that up. It's sad. Same, dude. Same. One day it would be great to be able to do like, Twitch or something full time. It's just, for one, you need to actually stream. I know that's like a hard concept to grasp, but, streaming like once a millennia is not going to cut it. I don't know about you. I think I keep on, like, I just have a bad mindset when it comes to things. Like, like, I want to stream one thing that comes out, and then it's like, at the same time, I don't, because there'll be, like, way too much competition, and then, like, I'm also pressured because if I don't stream this within, like, the first day or two, it just becomes irrelevant and no one cares anymore. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. You know, because I'm not at the point, obviously, where, like, people watch you for you, if that makes any sense. Like, they watch me currently for, like, the gameplay or, like, the games I play. You gotta, like, work your way up to, like, being, I don't know, getting an audience that, like, enjoys you for you and, like, not necessarily for the game. Like, the game is still a factor, obviously, but it's like, if they like you enough, they'll just watch it anyway because it's you. Well, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a game. It can just be whatever you're doing. Why am I so tired? Like, I was a little tired when I started, but now I'm, like, really tired for some reason. Watching you for you. Dude, you know what? Streaming it, like, I don't even care if I don't get, like, you know, like 100 people who watch. I think it's still really interesting to have, like just one person in your chat that you can hold a conversation with. Because, like, on one hand, it's great to have, like, you know, your chat overwhelmed with messages, but then on the same time, like, at the same time, it's like, it kind of feels like bad in a way because it's like you can't have like those conversations anymore. Like you've grown to the point where you just, I don't know, it's weird because too many people are chatting. You can't necessarily have them conversations anymore. That is like the main thing I would miss if I ever do, like, somehow become bigger, or like to the point where just the chat moves at like a speed where I can't actually read it. But yeah, it's just mainly Trove, dude. Like, you can't blame me, I guess, for, like, not wanting to stream this all the time. Like, there was a point where I think I would stream, like, Trove, like, at least once every 2 or 3 days. But that was, like, back then, you know? Yeah, pretty much. Like, yes, I've made it to the end game, but at what cost? Dude, I've said this so many times, I'll say it again. I just mainly play this because it's just what the only thing that I do that people actually watch. And like, I'm not that stupid. I understand that I need to build a brand new audience for something else, but it's like my brain processes things in like a way, like, I don't know, like, probably other people think like me, but it's like I stream something else, I get like, you know, maybe like one viewer at the most, and I stream Trove and I can get anywhere from like 5 to 10 viewers depending on what I'm doing. And my brain is like, haha, number big for me anyway. The dopamine hits. I see that number. Like eventually if I just did something else, that number would get big too, but it's like I don't know, dude. That's why I always come back to Trove. Like the stream started with like 7 people. It's at 2 now, which it's like I don't really care. I think it's more so because of like the setup. Like people probably don't like how the stream looks, which I understand. You know, people want it like full screen and all that. I'm just looking at stuff. Like I don't know. I just don't want the chat to necessarily be in the game. It can also be that I'm streaming at, because I'm streaming at 1080p and I am streaming at 6000 bit rate, and I think there's a lot of people who can't actually handle that, so they just can't watch the stream. That's probably what's actually happening, which is why you're usually recommended to stream at like 720p at like 4000 bit rate, which I probably should, but then it gets to the point where it's like the chat is literally unreadable when it goes to YouTube, which is why I'm just trying to do 1080. That's a big, it's a big boy text, not allowing this game to continue. Oh no, please don't exit, please don't make me leave the game. I know it's not it, dude. I just don't have the audience. Not like Scythe anyway. Like, I understand how Scythe got his audience, because he does, like, tutorial videos and stuff. Like, dude, no one wants to watch gameplay videos. Like, no... People want to watch your tutorial videos, and then, like... I don't know. It's like, no one's gonna find you on, like, random Trove gameplay videos. It's like guides and all that, but I don't want to do guides for this game because Scythe already has them, and I can't make them better than he does. Like, I don't want to make, like, a guide or tutorial for something if I'm not confident that I can't do a better job at making it. Which is, like, 99.9% of the time. Which is why I barely do them. And even then when I do them, I probably am, like, really bad at it. You know, I'm just thinking about like all the stuff that I've done that I feel bad that I've just like have not continued it, because like I titled it like part one, and some stuff I haven't streamed for like probably over a year after making it. Some of it like a couple of months. Like the most recent thing I've done is like the DK64 live stream I did a few months ago, and it's like part one. It's like, oh, where's part two? You know, it's, I don't know. It's like I just for some reason like never resumed it. It's not like I can't. It's just like I just haven't streamed it again for whatever reason. I know no one would be interested in that, but it's just like I don't care. I just do it because whatever. I don't know. It's like it's not necessarily that I don't want to stream Trove. It's just like after like the 30-minute mark, it just becomes like super bland. Like I like the feeling of being able to move really quick and one shot stuff, but that like feeling goes away really fast. And plus I'm like really tired because for some reason I just always am when I stream. Like if there was something new, even if I was like playing Bomber Royale, you know, just something different. I just don't know what else I would stream personally. Well, I mean, there's Fall Guys. Like, it's not like I can't stream Fall Guys now. It's just like I kind of want to wait until it goes free to play, because that's when more people are going to be watching it. Maybe not. Maybe there's like still a lot of people now. I honestly don't know. Because at the end of the day, it's a me issue. Like 1000%. It's like literally just a me issue. Like with the mentality I have, it's just really hard, if not impossible, to like actually get bigger. It can be really discouraging. I know someone who streamed every single day. I think he streamed every single day for upwards to like 3 to 4 hours. And he did that for like, I think like 3 or 4 months. I think he had like a few days where he just didn't stream, but like, I don't know. It's like he did all that, and then he got like so little out of it. It's kind of like luck, if that makes any sense. Like, in my opinion, some of the big things about like getting discovered, I guess, or whatever, it's not really getting discovered. It's like being rated and getting shout outs from other people. Like, if you get rated from like a big creator or just like shout out and like, oh, hey, look at this guy, and they actually check you out, and it's like, oh, cool, this guy is, you know, interesting, I'll follow him. Because like those are guys that would never see your channel otherwise. Like they would have never found you if not for that guy that shout you out. And I think that's just like a big part of Twitch at this point. Like it's that, and it's like going to like every single forum post you can find and literally just spamming your link. Or like, well, not spamming it, but like, you know, I don't know, introducing yourself, like casually just putting your you know, your link in. I don't know, I'm being stupid. But as you can see now, dude, it's like I'm streaming Trove, and even Trove now is barely getting anything. That's just how you know the game is like, it's just gone. It's dead. And again, I think most of that is due to me streaming in 1080p right now. And like people's internet probably can't really handle it. And they don't like the layout of my stream. Like I think it is kind of squished. But I can't really fix that midstream. How much flux do I have? 278k. Well, how much stuff do I have that I can sell? Let's see. Already a lot of pearls. I'll sell this for 120k. I can sell some of these eyes because I don't need them. Oh yeah, I didn't sell my forge fragments. That's what I forgot to sell. Seller soul, sell that for, let's do like 45k. Kind of wish they would add an update that would like give us a better soul sync and like pearl sync and all that. Because it would be nice for these to be like driven up in price, maybe like 1k each, you know, that would be great. Favorites or your Fall Guy videos, I hope you play again when... Yeah, dude, I'm definitely planning on playing Fall Guys. Like, I might actually stream it tomorrow just because I do want to play it again. Like, I was just gonna wait until free to play, but I probably should, like, just play it again just because why not? I usually lose, like, I don't think I win that much, not that it really matters. I usually, like, maybe I'll win, like, a single time out of, like, a couple hours of streaming just because I'm bad at it, which is funny. Unfortunately, the level creator is not coming out with free to play. I wish that it did. You know how fun Fall Guys will be once that comes out? I really hope that you're able to make a playlist of your levels and have that as a like private game, you know? If that makes any sense. Because right now you can do like private lobbies with like, you know, people who you give your code to, but there's like playlists, right, that you have to use. I think there's a few of them. It's just I don't know how many or like what they are. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, it's not really about like winning. It's just funny how it works, dude. Every time I die in Fall, or not die, you know what I mean. Every time I lose in Fall Guys, I like, it's a team game. 90% of my loses in Fall Guys are just team games, and that's I'm pretty sure that's like everyone. Like 90% of losers before the final round, I should say. That's more accurate. Please ask for permission to post a link. Oh no. The bot said no. See, the thing is, when the map creator gets in, I don't think the devs need to actually make levels. Unless the devs introduce brand new parts. because I think what the devs can actually stand to do is every once in a while they will have like they can hold a poll, right? Like they can do a poll on well, I don't know, not really a poll, but like they can have an area where you can share your levels, and then like people will vote on them, and then like the best levels that, or the levels that get the most upvotes, can like be added to the game or something. I don't know. It's kind of like Trove, how Trove takes a lot of player made stuff. When will there, like, when will there be like a Fall Guys map where instead of grabbing, like the finale is like you slap or like punch, and you gotta like slap someone off the edge, and every time you slap it like pushes them back a little bit and they're ragdoll. I don't know, just like something stupid. Or like one where you're like in a car or something and you gotta like, I don't know, like bumper cars. You just gotta push someone off the edge. I don't know, dude. Like, just cool stuff. Stratos 424. Why are you here, dude? I'm so tired. Stratos, how do you like my horrendous chat layout? I didn't know what to do, so I did this in like 30 seconds. Not even. I know it's squished. I'll do something about that next stream. I just really don't want the chat to be in the game. Like, I want the chat to be like its separate area, like not in game. I know I can do like a lot better of a job. I just gotta like get reference material and like see people and how they do it. Yes, the game has definitely been squished. You disagreed with me? What? What happened? Okay, everybody, we're switching to YouTube. It's been a great run. We are going to the tube. Wait a minute. Yo, dude. Stratos. Wait a minute. How do you mod someone again? I shouldn't mod Strauss unless you already... I don't even know. I don't see anything. I'm like actually losing my brain. Someone bought my stuff. One day, dude. Just one day. Like I can click your name and there's like, you know, ban timeout. There's exclamation permit user. I don't know what that is. That's not mod, is it? That I don't know what that is. Purge timeout, timeout, timeout. I might not be able to do it on this menu. Let me see. I might not be able to do it. Like I might have to actually open the browser. If that's the case, then Let me see. Oh my god, how do I do this? I don't get it. See, like, okay, so I have OBS minimized, right? And now I can't get it back up. Like, it's off the screen. But I have to do that, or else the game, like, dies or freezes or something. But I don't know how to, like, get it back up. I thought I could just how did I maximize the program? Like, I thought I right-clicked and clicked on maximize. Is it just slash mod and then Strauss 424, or do I have to like type something else? I honestly don't know. Oh, I completely forgot that I started this dungeon. I'm dumb. Not that I expect you to be here often, honestly. I kind of like expect this to just be like a one-off thing, honestly. I think mostly because it's Trove. You know, I don't blame you. It's Trove and nobody wants to watch this. Hello, Killer Knight. How are you doing today? Okay, let's see. Slash mod and then username. But it's in, do I have to type in the brackets? I don't think I did. Let's see. Stratos 424. I did it. Are you mod now, Stratos? That should have worked, hopefully. I'm just going to assume that it did. It did. Nice. How does it feel to be a wielder of the sword? See, I think having a British mod is like the best W you can ever have. That's just like a W. British mods. See, like when someone goes out of line, Strauss, you can like call them a Muppet, right? That's what you call people in British land. You call them Muppets and stuff. Oh, I'm not done with this dungeon. What am I doing, dude? Wait, am I? Oh, I am. Okay. Dungeon is actually trolling me. I am troving to return. I am okay. I need help. I am returning to Trove. Suddenly, I'm getting people back in the stream. It's nice. But yeah, I'm grinding Flux for the new class that's coming, like, in the future, TM. Also, Strauss, you gotta teach me some of your British insults, like, IKEA lampshade or something. Like, call someone like B&Q help desk. That's an insult, right? Or a doorknob. Call someone a doorknob, you know, that's gotta be one. A wheelie bin. Freaking wheelie bin. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, wheelie bin. I don't have a British accent. I don't have an accent unless you count like stupid as an accent. I have like fat. That's what I have. But since Strauss is British, I can imagine he has like all of his teeth are made out of wood or something. I don't know why. I like the first thing that comes to mind when I hear a British person is like wooden teeth or something, but I just think it's funny. So I'm just gonna go with it. Can you help me help you with what? Watching the stream in 360p, my internet is dying. Oh. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that I currently have encoding options because I'm not affiliated or partnered, and usually if you're not any of those, you just don't get encoding options. So the fact that I have encoding options is actually pretty big. Oh yeah, that's the other thing about YouTube. YouTube gives you encoding options no matter what your status is. You know, on Twitch you have to, you know, either be affiliate or partnered. Affiliate's not guaranteed, partnered is. But yeah, I'll try to help if I can, if I actually have a brain and know what the thing is, what the problem is. Listening and seeing colors. Let's go. Dude, he's playing Sonic Colors. I'll set up my classes. See, that's the thing. Like, I would like to help, but I'm not really good at like helping in that way. Like, when people are like, "Oh, like, you know, like, how do I build my class?" or like, "What do I do?" Because basically, if you're looking for like a gem setup, pretty much every single class in the game is gonna have physical damage, crit damage, and crit hit. If your class has magic, then obviously it's gonna be magic damage, crit damage, and crit hit. And then you're gonna have like, you're gonna either have 2 boosts into your physical or magic damage and 1 into crit damage, or you'll have 2 boosts into crit damage and 1 into physical damage and or magic, if that makes any sense. I think I have mine in a random order, but I don't know. If you are a new player, then you actually want boosts into crit hit, because the sooner that all of your hits crit, the better you will be. So once you like have 100 crit hit, then like once you can actually do stuff and you don't need crit on the gems, you can like take the boost stuff. I just hit the mic. But I don't know, dude. Because like the game has changed a fair bit from when I used to be the epic scrub. New to the game. This is my first day playing. How do I get armor? I mean, you go into like novice and just start playing, I guess. Like just do dungeons and like just kill stuff and open the chest and get like your gear. If you don't know, there is a Discord server called Trove, and if you do have questions, go there because they actually have like a lot of stuff that's really good for new players. It's not the official Trove Discord, but it's actually better than the official Trove Discord in my opinion. Gotta go again. Do it. How's everyone doing? We're back up at like almost 7 people. That's what we started with. But how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing it fine. I am getting tired because I'm a baby and I need sleep. Doing good. As good as you can be at 160p. At least that's only video quality, not audio quality. Imagine if like the audio quality also like degraded. Thanks for the follow, Blaze. First follow the stream, Pog, let's go. Let me see something. Okay. Good. That would suck if the audio. Yep, it would. It really would suck if the audio like went down with that. Who wants to go into insanity with me? We can play the theme of insanity, which is this. That is the theme of insanity. Hopefully it didn't actually cut that out. I really hope it didn't. Oh, how do I get new pet horse to ride on? So there's actually codes if you. I think the Trove Source Discord has them, but there should be like mount codes and stuff. I don't know if there actually is, but I do know that there is like at least some things that you can enter some codes to actually get some nice stuff to like start out with, like mounts and all that. But I think when you start out, you have slow Sebastian, which is, you know, a slow mount. Funny beast and noises, yes. Again, like if you can, like if you're not in it, I would recommend you go to the Trove Source Discord. Like if you don't actually know, let me see, how is it actually spelled? Like, I believe that's what it is. Like, just type that and then, like, Discord server. I could go ahead and get the link, but that would require me to not be lazy. I'm telling you, I'm not really a good help. I'm pretty much the one who needs help. Maybe I'll get one more pouch and then call it a stream, but even then that'll be like another hour to get another pouch, because I'm still at 575. Help me fix my internet. Okay, have you tried plugging it? Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? See you later, Blaze. BRB, yep. That should work. I really hope I didn't miss Cursed Skull. I don't think I did. I need alcohols. I need sanity pills from Phasmo. That's what I need. Here, let's see. How long have I been doing this? I really don't know how to like maximize this stupid window. I didn't before. I thought you right clicked on OBS and then just like did maximize. But apparently that's not how you actually do it. Well, I mean, I could just like, let's see, not even that's working. It's weird. I think I just like forever broke OBS. How long are you planning on streaming? I don't even know, dude. I kind of want to like actually perish. Dude, if I didn't have this stream deck that I can like stop streaming from, I wouldn't know how to like bring up OBS. It's like gone. It went to the ranch dimension. I don't know where it is, dude. It literally just went off my game or my monitor like a fart in the wind, dude. It literally just farted away. I don't know what I'm saying anywhere. I'm tired, dude. Want to watch, but I got a few things to do. Well, how do I get this up? I don't even know. But anyway, I guess we'll stop it there because I actually like I'm dying or something. I don't know. I do things. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. If you enjoyed the stream, follow would be epic. I will have this on YouTube probably. I think it'll take a while. But I don't know. But until then, we can play the big fart. And then the game over sound effect. Let's see. Game over. Yep. And let's see. Now we're being sent to the ranch dimension. Yep. And with all that being said, have an epic day or something. I don't know. Do what you do.